April the 2nd, 2026. Guys, you're looking at a still image of one of the satellites that you've been watching on this channel for 15 years called LASCO. And this blue image is C3, and the close-up image, and they've got them overlaid here, and the red is LASCO C2, and that's for the close-up images that we watch the big explosions as they exit the sun. But what it's paused at is COMET maps. That's what we've been talking about. And so let's go over the time, and we're going to be live, by the way, this afternoon, starting about 6 p.m. Central, because this is the timing of it coming into view, or in the field of view of LASCO C3. Now, it's very interesting. April 3rd, midnight UTC time, that's 8 p.m. tonight on the East Coast, New York City, 7 p.m. Central. And then 12 hours later, it's here. Now, the bottom path is the incoming. Now, the tail is blowing back because it always is either entering or exiting the area of the sun, because you've got that solar stream blowing it backwards. So the bottom line is the incoming time. So tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then 12 hours later, this thing is going to be so close to the sun, and that's going to be pretty much its maximum speed point. And so the G-forces are going to be really tough on, this is not a horseshoe turn, this is almost a direct 360 turn. And so that increases the possibility of this comet becoming, if it doesn't strike the sun, it becoming a very widely dispersed dust particle, being kind of like we saw with ISUN, guys. And you saw millions of particles, probably a future Oort cloud, meteor storm or meteor shower, things like that. We don't know what's going to happen yet, but it's going to be very interesting. This is a picture of it here. And this is, you can't tell it very well here, but that's a green glow right there. But again, this is the one we've been talking about. It looks like it's going to be so close to the sun, if it doesn't get pulled into it all the way, that there's going to be some major problems with this thing existing intact coming out of this. And so what you're looking at again, this afternoon, or this evening, 8 p.m. East Coast here. But notice it's already in the field of view, so that would be 7 p.m. here. So around 6:30, I'm going to go live on our YouTube channel, and we're going to go live with this satellite feed. And this should be the path we see, but again, it will take it from, notice 3 days from here, if it makes it, to come back to here on 4/6, April the 6th. And guys, looking at the timing, it should be again on 4/4 at 1200. That would be about 4 p.m. or excuse me, 4 a.m. East Coast time. And it would be approaching so really close, and at that time, you could switch from LASCO C3 to LASCO C2 and get the close-ups of this. We'll be watching it, guys, through tonight. We're not going to be going live for 6 days, I promise you. But we're going to go live, and we're going to leave the feed running, and we'll go back and forth in the chat, things like that. If we need some music, we can cover that. But this is going to be an interesting event. We've been anticipating it, and it's about to appear before we know it. Again, 8 p.m., it should be in the field of view. So that's 7 p.m. here, and we should, somewhere around 6 p.m., watch for us to go live. That would be 7 p.m. on East Coast time, 7 p.m. here. So in 5 p.m., over on the West Coast. Anyway, it's going to be an interesting event, and I don't mind going live. All these type events have always been very interesting to me. And again, this thing is, if you look at the travel time, we're talking about from here to the center of the sun, 15 million miles, 15 million miles back. So in 3 days, that's traveling pretty fast, okay? And that, again, you've got to put in the increased speed because of the gravitational tug, and then the G-force increase because of this almost, it's like bending a wire around a nut there and bringing it straight back. That's a hell of a turn to survive. Even ISUN was not that tight of an incoming and outcoming, and you saw what it did to it. Now, ISUN is bigger than this one, we think. Anyway, there's different people talking about the size, and you go by the brightness to try to determine it. But we haven't seen many good pictures of it. But that's about to change this evening. So, guys, tune in live. It is 1:42. This should be up and running around 2 p.m. So that it does load, it will be about 2 p.m. Central Time. So what I'll do is go ahead and set it to go live at 6 p.m. Central. That'll be 7 p.m. on the East Coast, guys, and that'll be 4 p.m. on the West Coast. But if it starts to appear before that, these are estimated times, but they should be close, then we will come live just a little bit quicker. But again, we'll have the chat live, and I think it'll be very interesting. Guys, we'll see you then. Watch for the live event, but I wanted to kind of give you a heads up early so that you'll have time, if you like these events, to sit down and check it out and join in with a very good group of folks that we have here. Now, let's look at LASCO now. When you pull it up, it goes back about 4 days. You see your timestamp at the bottom. We're on the 1st now. But watch what happens today, right there. It knows that company's coming, and these things it's an electric universe. Here's the sundiver from a couple of days ago, right there. But now we got a bigger one coming in, and the sun is starting to realize it. There's sunspots on the sun or the Earth-facing side of the sun, and they've been active, but that's a very powerful blast, and that could increase the closer the comet gets. Those are things that are so interesting because, again, you see the arcing between something that's traveled probably from the Oort cloud or further, and it's 93 million miles from the sun to the Earth. And when you're seeing this 30 million mile span here, it's 3 times that far to our planet from the sun. But you've got whatever's traveling, it's like building up a static charge, kind of a simple way to put it. And then it's like walking across carpet, and you reach it and grab a doorknob and it shocks you, or grab an electrical switch or something. And it's because you built up that charge and it's about to discharge, and you're seeing it on a grand scale. But guys, we'll see you in a few hours. We're watching it. You watch it. It's a heads up. Be safe.